Imagine placing a male rat inside a cage with a female rat. They mate again and again until the male becomes completely exhausted and shows no interest anymore. But then you remove the female and introduce a new one. Suddenly, the same rat that couldn't even move a second ago becomes energized again and starts mating from scratch. This is called the Coolidge Effect. Our brain works the exact same way. It is wired to crave novelty. But here's the problem. Today, we've created something nature never prepared us for. An infinite source of novelty, available with a single click. Today, based on the book Your Brain on Porn, I'm going to show you why your exhaustion, your lack of motivation, and even your social anxiety are not personality flaws, but the result of your brain being hijacked by a supernormal stimulus. People often say, "Come on, people looked at porn before too. Why didn't they have these problems?" Gary Wilson gives a scientific answer: speed and variety. In the past, you faced a single static image. Today, tube sites are like an endless buffet. With one click, you jump from scene to scene to scene. Your brain thinks it has entered a genetic harem and releases massive waves of dopamine unlike anything in human evolutionary history. The book calls this a supernormal stimulus. It's the difference between eating an apple and eating pure sugar. Modern internet porn bombards the brain's reward system. To survive this overload, the brain reduces its dopamine receptors. The result? Normal life, walking outside, food, and even real human relationships start to feel flat.
More dopamine, please.
More dopamine, please.
This is the most disturbing part of the story. The book calls it becoming sensitized while desensitized. Over time, you notice something strange. The normal videos don't work anymore. You need something more extreme, more shocking, sometimes even genres that conflict with your real values. Why? Because your brain is desensitized. It now needs a stronger shock just to release the same amount of dopamine. But at the same time, your brain becomes hypersensitive to cues. A laptop, being alone, a little stress. Instantly, the brain fires. Now, you enjoy it less but crave it more. That is the neurological definition of addiction. You might think this is just a private habit, but the book shows something deeper. These brain changes affect your entire performance. First, social anxiety. When dopamine signaling weakens, your motivation for real human interaction drops. Eye contact feels uncomfortable. Conversations feel draining because your brain no longer rewards real connection. Second, porn-induced erectile dysfunction. An alarming number of young men experience sexual dysfunction, not because of physical problems, but because their brains were conditioned to respond to pixels, not real humans. The good news? Your brain is plastic. It can heal. The book introduces a process called Reboot, but a warning: when you stop, things don't instantly get better. Many people enter a phase called the flatline. Libido drops to zero. You feel empty, sometimes depressed. This is where many panic. But this is a sign that the brain is repairing itself. This book isn't here to shame you. You don't win by fighting yourself. You win by understanding how your brain was tricked. If focus feels impossible and joy feels muted, maybe it's time to give your brain some rest. What do you think? Have you ever felt technology hijacking your reward system? Write your thoughts in the comments.